Because it was such a gloriously sunny day in the middle of summer, I thought to myself, carpe the diem. I'm not going to let this be the last thing that I do today. So I looked at my social options. I ended up going to a pub quiz that my mate runs at a pub in Barbican. I've got a very varied social life. And when I walked in, who should be sat there but young Oliver, the quiz that I'd fallen on top of back in September. Oh, hello, Oliver. Oh, hello, the Right Honourable Nicholas Soames. You can stop that now. I've already lost one friend this year over the fat jives, but then I realised I was sober. You can get things done when you're sober. I asked him out on a lunch date 2 days later, and he said yes. And on the lunch date, I asked him the big question, the one I really needed to know the answer to. Oliver, is it true that you were named after the last musical to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? And he said if that was true, they'd have called me Chicago. Oh, you're good. You're very, very good. Once more, that is ninja-level skills, that really is. And that gave me food for thought. As it turned out, I met him again in a pub that night after a Quiz League London match. I saw him standing at the bar. I thought, Paul, you're sober. Time to be the captain of your own fate, the master of your own destiny. Time to get things done. And I said, Oliver, I've had a really, really shit 9 months. This would be a lot better if you'd agree to go out with me. Then I pressed send. And you know what? An hour and a half later, he noticed his text message and texted me back and said yes. So it turns out that Lee Hurst, a comedian who is now functionally dead to me, is partially the reason I'm now no longer single. What's more, he's younger than me and he's better looking than me. Get in, get in. The politics are different in a different way. I'm wet lefty liberal and he's proper full-blown uncritical Jeremy Corbyn. The sex is amazing. He likes to pretend that he's Jeremy Corbyn. And that I'm that a punchline will never actually be written. I don't know what people actually think about Jeremy Corbyn. I'm taking the coward's way out. But you know what? Boyfriend number 1, trainee solicitor. Boyfriend number 2, unemployed. I mean, he's not technically unemployed. He works part-time for Talk Sport. But I say he's unemployed, it's less embarrassing that way. He's met Alan Brazil. Actually, I'm on Talk Sport on Saturday morning, so don't tell anyone. Do you know what? I don't give a shit. That's not how I work. But my mum, my dad were devastated when they found out that their future son-in-law was not going to be a trainee solicitor. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. They never knew why I got dumped in the first place. I just couldn't tell them. So I knew what they'd say. He turned straight. Oh my God, why can't you turn straight then, Paul? What will it take? Money, a special school? Just tell us, we'll do everything. No, I told my mum and dad a little white lie. When my dad said to me, so what reasons did he give to dump you? I said, he started the sentence with, please don't take offence, and finished it with, I think I'm racist. They don't need to know the real reason. They don't need to know the real reason. But I took my dad and my mum out for dinner to explain my new circumstances. And I said, look, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I'm in a new relationship. My dad said, that's not good news, that is amazing news. And I said, well, there is some bad news. He's unemployed. My dad said, that's not bad news, that's amazing news. At least he's not racist like the last one. And then he said something that took my breath away. What's more, you've been a mess for the last 9 months. At least having an unemployed boyfriend means he's got time to look after you. This is my conservative Hindu dad speaking. And I realised he'd confounded me again, as he always does, by being far more open to liberalism than I ever thought possible. And I realised, perhaps distorted by the way that people operate on social media, that people actually, when put under pressure, are capable of a lot more than you think they are. And I should know, I did panto last year. Oh yes, I did. I did panto last year. Hey. I was Abanaz in the York Opera House's production of Aladdin. Yes, there was a voice in my head going, really, Paul? You're going to play the villain as the only Asian member of the cast in the production, which, while set in China, has a crisp white teeth, white-skinned Aladdin and Princess Jasmine as the lead roles. Do you know what you think that you're setting back racial stereotyping a long way? And all I'm thinking is, so. And I'm really glad that I did it. I mean, I was shit. I was really, really shit. Of course I was. I can't sing, I can't dance. My only acting experience is saying, "Whoa, these women are magnificent," when looking at pornography with my mate Bappy in 1983. But it taught me a very valuable lesson that I need to be more grateful than I am for the fact that having this minor level of celebrity means that people treat me more positively than they otherwise would. Birmingham, this year. Doing a gig at the end of January at Birmingham University. Me and now my new boyfriend Oliver went to a local nightclub afterwards called Nightingales, that you may or may not know. Within a few minutes, we're surrounded by 10 to 15 students who'd been at the gig who said, Paul, Oliver, how would you like to come to a student house party with us? I'm in my mid-40s, I'm gay, they're all male and they're all as hot as fuck. I'm hardly going to say no to this invite. These people don't even know that I'm the godfather of student house parties. I'm going to a student house party long before you wretched but undeniably beautiful young men are even born. Just watch and learn, lads, just watch and learn. Tonight we're going to party like it's 1989. And do you know what? We did, we really did. I was just the right level of drunk. Definitely fielding that massive variety of questions I get asked in these social scenarios. What's Bradley like? 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 Fanny Schmeller, Bradley Walsh. Who'd win between you and eggheads? Bradley Walsh. Stop, lads. It's fine. Calm down. Don't panic. Got some news for you. Bradley Walsh is amazing. He's got a work ethic I look on with envy and pride. He's got an affinity with contestants I can only ever hope to partially emulate. He's got it all. Women want to flirt with him or mother him, men want to buy him a drink. He's got everything that a heterosexual male mainstream celebrity could possibly want. Do you know the real pain of working with Bradley Walsh? Know that my entire financial and emotional security is tied up in Bradley Walsh. If I want to extend my mortgage, the first thing to say is, have you checked with Bradley yet? Because do you know what? If he should leave the show to do, I don't know, be an assistant to a Time Lord, if he should leave the show, do you know who will get in? Eamon fucking Holmes. And the show will be finished within a year. So ask me any questions you like, lads, just not ones about Bradley. All right then, Paul. Do you not think your desperate need for validation amongst young heterosexual men is a Peter Pan that is borderline pathological and creepy? Ask one about Bradley, quick. Ask one about Bradley. But do you know what? I swear the party went well. 2 hours after we left the party, me and Oliver skipped through the streets of Birmingham to stay in my luxurious Birmingham hotel. How luxurious? We slept snugly on a massive portrait of Lenny Henry. And I was proud to say I was just the right level of drunk. Or was I? The next day I got a text message from a mate saying, have you seen this? When I clicked on it, it was a complete stranger's Twitter profile, and on it was a photo of me looking bleary-eyed under the message, what the fuck was the chaser doing in my kitchen last night? Underneath that was a message from a journalist at the Daily Star saying, excuse me, can we have a chat with you about this photo? 18 hours after I innocently left an uneventful student house party, my drunken face was plastered the Sun, the Mirror, the Express, the Mail and the Star under the headline, Sinnerman gets wrecked at party. At least they told the vague semblance of a truth. Do you know who didn't? A website that you may know called Lad Bible and its sister website Unilad, who looked at the story and thought, we are going to make every single word up ourselves. So, late afternoon in Chinatown, Birmingham, I'm sat looking on my phone at a fictional account of what I had got up to the previous night. Apparently I'd been to a student halls of residence. I hadn't. Stopped by a security guard. There was no security guard. Challenged by the security guard. There was no security guard. I talked back to the security guard. There was no security guard. He said, you can't come in. There was no security guard. Yeah, apparently I then said, do you know who I am? I'm the Sinnerman off the Chase, and I'll do what I fucking like. Do you know who I am? I swear to you, lovely people, the time those words that ever left my lips is I'm going to be so drunk, I've forgotten who I actually am. That is not the same thing. Nor is that anywhere near the worst drunk I've ever been. September 2014 that was, when out with my mates and got so drunk, the next morning when I woke up, there's an entirely new U2 album on my iPhone. I had no recollection of downloading it.